Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9 p.m. English News Edition brought to you live from RTD channel. The top stories of tonight are the president of the Republic attends Arab Islamic Summit in response to Israeli attack on Doha. And on the international scene, 22 Palestinians killed in latest Israeli attacks in Gaza City. Welcome back in our newsroom. President Gili attends emergency Arab Islamic summit in Doha. This morning, President Ismail Omar Gili took part in an emergency joint summit of the Arab League and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation held in Doha, Qatar. The summit was convened in response to a recent Israeli airstrike that targeted Hamas leaders in Qatar last week, resulting in 5 deaths. More than 70 Arab and Muslim countries were represented at the high-level meeting. President Agelle is leading, let's recall, a strong delegation from Djibouti to this urgent gathering. The summit aims to deliver a united response to what participants described as Israel's increasingly aggressive and reckless actions, including repeated violation of international law and growing disregard for the sovereignty of Arab and Muslim countries. At the Arab Islamic Summit in Doha, the president of the Republic of Djibouti did not fail to express a profound sorrow and reaffirmed his country's moral stance in response to what he described as a grave injustice. Let's listen to the president of the Republic.
صاحب السمو الشيخ تميم حمد الثاني.
With hearts burdened by pain and conscience that refuse silence in the face of injustice, we stand here today not merely to record a diplomatic presence, but to speak a word of undeniable truth. The treacherous Israeli aggression that targeted Doha, this blessed land, is not only an attack on a city, but an assault against every Arab and every Muslim, and a blatant challenge to international law and to our shared humanity. The bombing of Doha, long a beacon of peace, a refuge for the oppressed, and an unwavering voice of truth, is not a passing incident. It is a resounding slap against international silence, exposing the odious nature of the Israeli occupation project, which recognizes no sovereignty and submits to no law. Leaders, we proclaim it clearly today from the hearts of Doha. Whoever bombs a secure Arab capital defies the entire nation, and whoever remains silent paves the way for the next aggression. In light of this grave event, the Republic of Djibouti declares the following. It condemns in the strongest terms this criminal aggression and consider a crime. It demands an immediate international investigation to uncover the truth, document the crime, and hold the Israeli occupation fully accountable. It calls for immediate Arab and Islamic action to go beyond mere condemnation by adopting deterrent measures and effective decisions. The time has come for this nation to act as one body. Our dignity is indivisible, and our sovereignty is neither a matter of debate nor of negotiation. We must turn our solidarity into concrete action to protect our countries, preserve our sovereignty, and send a clear message. Our capitals are not open grounds for violations and aggressions. Dear brothers, we extend our hand for a just peace, but we will not accept that this civilized approach be mistaken for weakness, nor that our patience interpreted as surrender. If it has been misunderstood, let this summit mark a turning point, restoring the balance of dignity and sovereignty. In conclusion, from this very platform, we reaffirm the full support of the Republic of Djibouti, its leadership, its people, to the brotherly state of Qatar. We hope that from this deep wound will rise a new Arab and Islamic awakening, one without hesitation or neglect, and one that will not remain silent in the face of violations of sovereignty. O Allah, protect Qatar, protect our nations, and support the truth and those who defend it.
President Agili meets Emir of Qatar on the sidelines of the Arab Islamic Summit in Doha. President Gili talks this Monday with Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, on the sidelines of the two-day emergency Arab Islamic Summit taking place at the Sheraton Hotel in Doha. During the meeting, President Gili did not fail to express the solidarity of the government and the people of Djibouti with the state and the people of Qatar following the recent attack. In response, the Emir of Qatar did not fail to thank President Gili and the Djiboutian people for their support and solidarity in the face of what he described as a violation of Qatar's sovereignty by Israel. The two leaders also discussed bilateral relations and ways and means to reinforce economic and social integration in the region. The discussion focused as well on how Arab countries can ensure stronger security guarantees to prevent similar attacks in the future. Both leaders agreed on the urgent need for the Arab world to put in place a collective deterrent against Israeli increasingly aggressive actions which they see as a threat to international law and regional stability. Let's bear in mind that Djibouti and Qatar are both known globally for promoting peace and dialogue. Let's come back now to the country where the Leadership and Entrepreneurship Center, CLE, held the official demo day for the Startup Djibouti program at the Ayla Grand Hotel, a key event promoting innovation and national entrepreneurship. The high-level ceremony was presided over by Ilyas Musa Dawali, Minister of Economy and Finance in charge of industry, alongside Mariam Hamadou, Minister Delegate for Digital, Economic and Innovation. The event was also attended by government officials, a representative of the World Bank, a technical and financial partner, the Director General of CLE, Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah, the President of the Chamber of Commerce, and many young entrepreneurs. Demo Day marked the end of a special support program for selected startups, part of the Startup Djibouti initiative, a project to encourage entrepreneurship, support young innovators, and grow Djibouti's startup community. And during the event, the startups presented their projects to a panel of experts, investors, and representatives from both the public and private sectors. Their presentation showed the creativity, energy, and potential of young Djiboutian entrepreneurs to help grow the country's economy. The CLE did not fail to thank all its institutional and financial partners for their unwavering support. Through the Startup Djibouti program, CLE reaffirms its commitment to building a strong, inclusive, and sustainable entrepreneurial environment in the country. Two major highlights stood out: the signing of a strategic partnership agreement between CLE and the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce to enhance collaboration in startup support, training, and market access. And during the Demo Day events for the Startup Djibouti program, the World Bank representative did not fail to express a strong support for the initiative. She highlighted the importance of fostering innovation and entrepreneurship to drive economic growth in the Republic of Djibouti. She praised the commitment of the Leadership and Entrepreneurship Center and the government for their effort to build a vibrant startup ecosystem. The representative also welcomed the strategic partnership signed between CLE and the Chamber of Commerce, emphasizing how collaboration among key stakeholders is very important for nurturing young entrepreneurs. Finally, she did not fail to encourage a continued investment and cooperation to sustain the momentum of entrepreneurship and innovation in the Republic of Djibouti. For his part, the Director General of the Leadership and Entrepreneurship Center, Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah, highlighted the significance of the event as the culmination of a rigorous support program for startups under the Startup Djibouti program. He emphasized the creativity, determination, and potential of the young entrepreneurs who participated, highlighting their important role in driving economic development in Djibouti. Mr. Abdullah also underlined the importance of partnerships such as the one signed with the Chamber of Commerce to reinforce support systems for startups, improve training, and expand market access. He finally reaffirmed Clay's commitment to building an inclusive and sustainable entrepreneurial ecosystem in Djibouti, thanking all partners for their continued collaboration and support. The Minister of Digital Economy and Innovation took the floor to express great pride in the country's growing entrepreneurial movement. She emphasized that the event was not just the conclusion of a program, but the beginning of a broader movement, a transformation and a new vision for Djibouti's future. She began by expressing deep gratitude to the President of the Republic, whom she described as the foremost supporter of entrepreneurship in the country. She pointed to his personal involvement in launching the Startup Act as a clear sign of that commitment. The minister highlighted that since the launch of the program, more than 300 young women and men had taken the initiative to dream, innovate, and present their startup ideas. Evidence, she said, that an entire generation is ready to take charge of its future. Addressing the young entrepreneurs, she expressed a confidence in their potential, acknowledging the difficulties of the entrepreneurial journey, but celebrating their creativity, resilience, and boldness shown throughout the process. To illustrate her message, the minister used a powerful metaphor. While Djibouti is geographically small, it is home to more than 10 undersea cables connecting Africa to the Middle East, Asia, and Europe. These cables, she explained, symbolize the flow of knowledge, innovation, and information, positioning the Republic of Djibouti as a gateway to the world. The minister also acknowledged the role of Djiboutian diaspora, highlighting their talents and calling on them to invest their resource, share their expertise, and contribute their global network. She underlined that the responsibility does not lie solely with the youth or the diaspora. She finally concluded by calling for a culture of entrepreneurship within public institutions. Turning now to China, where Djiboutian youth participated in the 9th China-Africa Youth Forum held in Beijing. The 9th edition of the China-Africa Youth Forum was officially opened in Beijing, as usual, by the Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China. This year, Forum was held under the theme Investing in Quality Youth. The event, a key platform for dialogue and cooperation between China and African countries, so active and proud participation from Djiboutian youth. UNICEF Regional Advisor visits ANPH Director to strengthen disability inclusion efforts. This morning, the Director General of the National Agency for the Promotion of Persons with Disabilities, Douali Said, welcomed Zahra Jalili, UNICEF Regional Advisor on Inclusion, for a working visit at the agency's headquarters. The meeting aims to reinforce cooperation between ANPH and UNICEF with a focus on better integrating the rights and needs of persons with disabilities into public policies, especially in education, health, and social protection as well. Discussion between the two parties are centered on regional inclusion strategies, ongoing programs, and future avenues for technical collaborations.
That has happened by Ain Karash, and really the existence of such entity in the government, I think it shows a lot of attention and importance to this agenda in Djibouti, and all the work that has happened at national level, having a strategy on disability and an action plan. And I think through more and more support and engagements from different ministries and other entities to this work, and in compliance with the national law, it would make the agenda more and more progressed, and we will have a much more inclusive society in Djibouti.
During his speech, Mr. Douali Said emphasized the importance of the visit describing it as both a first contact with the UNICEF Regional Advisor for Inclusion and an opportunity to assess the progress made so far in the field of inclusion. He also reaffirmed the ANPH commitment to closely collaborate with the UNICEF to improve the living conditions of people with specific needs through concrete projects and shared dedication. This meeting represents a promising step toward strengthening cooperation in support of inclusion and the protection of the rights of persons with disabilities in Djibouti, he finally concluded. Eastern Africa Standby Force delegation visits Djibouti ahead of Maritime Command Post exercise. On Sunday, September 14, 2025, Colonel Wais Omar Bokore, commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, and Colonel Ahmed Tahir Jama, commander of the National Navy, welcome a high-level delegation from the Eastern African Standby Force at the Coast Guard Camp Dorale. The delegation was led by Brigadier General Paul Kahiria Njema, director of the Eastern Africa Standby Force, accompanied by Colonel Mohamed Barkhad Aden, the Force Administrative and Financial Director. The ESF is a regional, less-weekly organization dedicated to promoting peace and security across East Africa. This visit is part of the preparations for the upcoming Maritime Command Post exercise scheduled to take place in Djibouti starting October the 1st, 2025. The exercise aims to reinforce regional cooperation, improve operational coordination, and enhance the collective capacity of ESF member states to address maritime threats such as terrorism, piracy, and illicit trafficking. During their visit, the delegation toured the various facilities at Camp Dolare, designated to host the exercise. They were guided through operational centers, command posts, and logistical zones, gaining a comprehensive understanding of the preparation and organization in place. The delegation also engaged with the Coast Guard personnel who showcase the technical capabilities and resources mobilized to ensure the smooth execution of the maneuvers. Member of the ESF expressed strong satisfaction, praising the quality of the infrastructure, the professionalism of the staff, and warmly commended the hospitality and availability of the Djiboutian Coast Guard. In conclusion, the visit highlighted Djibouti's pivotal role in regional maritime security and its commitment to fostering stronger partnership within East Africa. Notice this time from the General Consulate of Djibouti in Diridawa. The General Consulate of Djibouti in Diridawa wants to inform the public that a young girl named Obah Nasreddin Mahmoud was found by the Ethiopian police at the Diridawa train station. After a quick search, the consulate located her in the Malagachetu neighborhood and has taken into care. She's now safe under the consulate protection. Obah's family lives in Djibouti near the Northern Gendarmerie Brigade. She's the daughter of Nasreddin Mahmoud and Nouria Ahmed Abdurazak. If you are a parent or close family member, please contact the Consul General Musa Haji Jama as soon as possible at phone number 251 93 564 78 49. This report now is about the beautiful island and beaches in Djibouti where people can swim and have fun while taking care of nature. Reports.
A team from the RTD visited Musha Island, nicknamed the Gateway to the Great Blue. This mission was part of an effort to promote Djibouti's maritime tourism potential. The RTD team was accompanied by a professional team from the Aqua Club Diving Djibouti Center, led by Mr. Ibrahim, president of the association. Together, we embarked on an exceptional adventure at sea, combining sport, fishing, snorkeling, and excursion to the islands of Musha and Maskali. Founded in 2015, Aqua Club Diving Djibouti is much more than a simple diving center. It is a true sanctuary for ocean lovers and underwater adventure enthusiasts. Aqua Club Diving carries out its activities within the framework of responsible environmental tourism. In addition to diving, the center offers a wide range of activities such as fishing, excursions, and awareness programs. The site also features 19 air-conditioned bungalows with private bathrooms, ensuring optimal comfort for visitors while respecting ecological standards. Our reporting team then wanted to share with you another jewel of the Gulf of Tadjoura, the White Sands Beach. Located just 5 kilometers from the town of Tadjoura, this beach is a spectacular natural site nestled between a black rock cliff and the crystal clear water of the Gulf of Aden. The site is attract visitors both for its wild beauty and for the water activities it offers. After a journey accessible by sea, the surprise is breathtaking. A stretch of immaculate white sand bordered by water and emerald reflections of the sea from the top of the cliff. The panoramic view is simply stunning, where time seems to stand still. The seabed of White Sand Beach is famous for its ecological richness. Just a mask and a snorkel, visitors can admire exceptional biodiversity, multi-corals, tropical fish, a true invitation to underwater discovery. The site also hosts a tourist complex, the White Sands Holiday Village, offering warm accommodation in huts or air-conditioned bungalows with all the necessary comfort. That is what Ahmed Jama, a Djiboutian tourist who fled the heat wave in Djibouti City, told us. This excursion is part of RTD's ongoing efforts to highlight the tourism potential of the country. Djibouti is full of natural treasures that deserve to be better known and protected. White Sand Beach is one of the finest examples, combining beauty, tranquility, and adventure. The sunset by the beach signaled the end of our weekend for the entire team, and we enjoyed every moment of it.
Moving on now to the regional and global stage. Let's talk food security now. Uganda and South Korea partner to develop a rice sector, an initiative aimed at strengthening food security and promoting sustainable agricultural development. Uganda has announced the launch of a new high-quality rice seed production project. This $4 million program is jointly funded by Uganda's Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries and the South Korean government as part of the K-Rice Belt Initiative. The main objective is to increase the national production of certified rice seed. On the Gaza Strip now, 22 Palestinians killed in a recent Israeli attacks. At least 22 Palestinians were killed and many others injured on Sunday during Israeli airstrikes and shooting targeting Gaza City, northern Rafah, and Dar al-Bala, according to medical sources. Israeli forces continue demolishing homes in northern Gaza and Gaza City to force civilians to move south. Since October 2023, the ongoing Israeli war against Gaza has killed over 64,800 Palestinians and devastated the enclave, which now faces famine. Israel is also facing genocide accusations at the International Court of Justice over its war on Gaza Strip. Finally, concerning the global summit of flotilla departs Tunisia, heading for Gaza. An international flotilla of activists aiming to break the Israeli blockade on Gaza has departed Tunisia despite weather delays and reported drone attacks. The Global Summit flotilla, which includes around 20 vessels, made a stop in Tunisia before continuing its journey toward Gaza. The stopover was reportedly disrupted by poor weather and alleged drone strikes that caused fire abroad. On board some of the boats. Among the participants are Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg and former mayor of Barcelona, Ada Colau. So that's it for tonight's news. Thanks for being with us and have a good night.